Hello YouTube, it's Zeus Gaming here, and today I am here with something new. Today I'm here with the Elder Scrolls modification for Total War Medieval 2, and I know I mentioned this in my last Clash of Kings episode. I'm sorry it's taken so long for me to get this up, just had issues with the video file, then needed to re-record, and yada yada yada. So today I am finally here with a new series for this channel. I'm finally here with a Kingdom of Skyrim series with the Elder Scrolls modification for Medieval 2 Total War. Medieval 2 Total War is also the same game that I have the Third Age modification for, which I may actually be thinking about revisiting, doing a new series on that. But for now, we are doing a Kingdom of Skyrim series in this modification. If any of you guys don't know the Elder Scrolls, don't know any of the lore, any of that, so Skyrim is the faction from the most recent Elder Scrolls, well, no, correction, the most recent single-player Elder Scrolls, because there's now Elder Scrolls Online. It's a faction, or it's the land that you play in, and the race, I guess, yeah, the race of the population, like main population of Skyrim, is the Nords. It's always been a favorite of mine as a game and something I really like, so I figured, well, got this modification, want to start playing it, so I figured I'd start with Skyrim. I have played a little bit of it, but not too much, just kind of to get an idea for what it is. This specific modification takes place during the Third Age of Tamriel, or Third Era of Tamriel, which is during the Oblivion Crisis, which is a scripted event in this. We're going to be playing a short campaign to start off with. I'm doing it on easy, just, again, start off with, don't know much about it, want to start simple. Skyrim Strengths is heavy infantry specializing in two-handed weapons, Sons of Skyrim, Courageous Hardy, but they have weak cavalry and few spearmen, so probably going to be lots of foot soldiers and lots of archers mainly. Let's get this started off. So this is going to go along with Clash of Kings. I've already mentioned that as to how I'm going to run this. I haven't played too much of the modifications, so we're going to be learning it together, really. I basically have loaded a few factions in, gone through the first turn cycle just to kind of see how it goes, and that's about it. So other than that, I don't know much. I do know there are scripted events in this, some of which do look pretty interesting. So yeah, just gotta wait for this to load in. I have noticed it does have a lot of, it does do pretty well with sticking with the lore of Tamriel and lore of Skyrim and stuff, and audio lines, and some of the scripted events have to do with DLC from the game and things like that. Excuse me. Just gotta wait for it to load in. Yeah, the loading screens on this take a little bit, but it is what it is. I haven't actually seen this one down here before. Then know this, tie reception rewards friends and foes alike according to their deserts? I think deserts. I always fuck that one up. Don't know how to say that, but it's Queen Baron Zaya. And a little audio thing. And basically this just covers this is the faction, this is how it's going to run, this is where you should go, whole big spiel. So we start here in Solitude. This is our capital. If you guys know, if you guys know anything about the game, Solitude is where the Empire has their foothold in Skyrim, and then Windhelm is the Stormcloaks over here. Gotta remove our guy over there. We're gonna do some recruiting. No units yet, but diplomat, merchant, typical kind of start, and then I'm gonna start getting farms and stuff in places like Karthwasten. Rorikstead's gonna get some roads. A lot of these small villages don't have much to start with, and there's a decent amount of territory to cover in Skyrim, so this first episode's probably gonna be a decent amount of just getting everything set up and going through that. We got Markarth. Again, some of this you guys might know if you have played Skyrim or you know stuff about it. Some of it you may not. I'm gonna have a little bit of reaction to certain things because I do know some stuff from playing the game. Do some cleared fields in Markarth. Then we're gonna move over to Whiterun. Whiterun, we're gonna bump down the tax rate, and I'm gonna introduce you guys something that's kind of nice about Whiterun. So you have War-Skyrim. War-Skyrim is the Hall of the Companions, which if you guys have played Skyrim, you'll know what it is. If you don't know what it is, the Companions are like just a guild of adventurers, really, who are, they have like huge past and they have a ton of respect in Skyrim and are really well known and stuff. And so the War-Skyrim actually allows us to recruit units of Companions. The Companions have 14 attack, so they've got 150 soldiers, 14 attack, 4 charge bonus, they're a melee troop. They've got 20 total defense, 8 from armor, 5 from defense skills, 7 from shield, and they have 1 hit point. There's some pretty good units to like start the game. So we're gonna get a unit of them, and we're gonna put some cleared fields in Whiterun. Then we have Riverwood, who's gonna get some roads. Helgen can't start with anything yet, so we're gonna leave that alone. Then we're gonna put some in Ivarstead. We're also going to recruit a merchant here. We're gonna start recruiting a lot of merchants right off the bat. We're gonna get some in Falkreath. Then we're gonna go north. We've got Dawnstar. We got Winterhold. Winterhold's where we're gonna want to go. Winterhold has another special thing. It's the colleges of Winterhold, which your training costs and public health, plus they allow us to recruit mages of Winterhold. This game has mages, and they're kind of basically just kind of a special ranged unit. They're actually really interesting though. Over here in Windhelm, we're gonna do cleared field, and then we're gonna go down to Riften. Riften's probably gonna be where most of our military forces are gonna build, because there's a fort down here, which if you guys have played the game, you'll know what it is. The fort down here is called Fort Dawnguard. Dawnguard is a group of vampire hunters, and they're part of a DLC in the game, and it's a scripted event, and I want to see what it does, so I'm going to go down there first. We're going to recruit merchant and diplomat over here, and we're going to start moving some of our troops around. We're going to move these two guys into Ivarstead, and then we're going to move these unit of bows over to Ivarstead, and then once we get the recruitment of the Companions, we're going to move some guys out of here. A lot of our troops probably we're going to end up moving around at some point or another, because a lot of it's basically just going to be consolidating towards our borders. Markarth's pretty well defended because it's got all these mountain ranges, so it's going to be kind of moving up towards Solitude and then down towards this area, so Falkreath, and I think there's somewhere around here which we're going to go take. But as you can see, we're surrounded by a lot of mountain ranges, so there's very few actual ways into our territory. So like we've got, you know, Windhelm, which is bordered by House Redoran, which is actually probably going to, so I've kind of skipped a lot of things I need to cover. So basically what we've got to do to win, we have to hold 3 regions, including Solitude, and eliminate the factions, the Clan of Forebears and Clan of Crowned, which are Redguard factions. Yeah, Redguard, I believe. They're Hammerfell factions, at least. And they're over here. So we got to try and we're going to be pushing up this way towards Johanna to try and, we're doing that. We're going to be pushing up there and then pushing down here to start at least where our victory is going to be. But we do have scripted events for a place here. We have scripted events up here. So we're going to be moving towards those two, which is probably going to put us at war with House Redoran. so we're going to be defending a lot of the coast, and then I believe we have a scripted event here too, so that's going to go with our pushing this way. So yeah, as far as that goes, we're going to move these two guys down to Windhelm. I think we're going to try to go for House Redoran first, at least as far as like trying to get early conquest is probably going to impact a little bit with House Redoran. So yeah, we're going to end this first turn, go through a nice little bit of audio. Oh, there are little comments on the audio. In case you guys haven't noticed, when I select troops or move armies around, it has audio lines or like dialogue lines from the guards in the game, which I find that really cool that they actually took the time to add audio lines for the generals, like the guards and things like that. And granted, some of them don't make the most sense, but they're still really kind of funny, I think. So yeah, we just gotta wait for this end turn to kind of roll through. So if any of you guys, again, if you guys don't know lore, things like that, so Redoran is part of Morrowind, which is part of the, so Morrowind's like the home of the Dark Elves. You know, out of all the time that I've played this, I've never really known what much of this does. I mean, I know like some of it, but I don't know what actually a lot of it does. I'm leaning here and there because I could get a new general, but at the same time it's like, do I need him? For now we're gonna turn him down. And here we go, Castle Volkahar or something like that. This is a vampire castle up here, and this is basically asking just if we want the Oblivion Crisis to happen, which, yeah, we're gonna say sure. I don't know what it does. Again, I haven't played much of this, but yeah. Ooh, lots of trade increases. So we've got a lot of feeling appreciated. That's an interesting one to me. The feeling appreciated, like, okay. Ariel's bow +3 to chivalry on the battlefield. That's a good one. Mace of Molag Bal -3 to piety, but +3 to dread. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. Ring of the Wind +3 to movement speed. That's a pretty good one. Denstagmer's Ring +3 to personal safety. That's a good one. Scourge +3 to piety, +3 to command in battles against Daedra and Daedra worshippers. That's going to be a good one for us. And exotic gifts +1 influence. That's actually a decent amount of trade increase. So those roads are done. Let's go see if we can build anything else. Rorikstead, nope. No building, no recruiting in any of those places. So we're gonna head down to Falkreath. We got a lot of merchants recruited. So we're gonna basically just kind of distribute them. I believe, yeah, right there. 128 florins a turn from gold mines. That is always a good one. Solitude Diplomat. The merchant here. Oh, shit. No. I'm gonna send him. Where do I want to send him? Yeah, we're just send him down there. Not much, but still increase. And we're gonna send him over this way. Just kind of use him as a bit of a scout and see if we can encounter. There's orc factions over here, and then there's the Kingdom of Wayrest, basically all in this like area. And we want to see if we can encounter those Hammerfell houses, or clans, I guess I should say. Don't need much there. Solitude. We're gonna start with some irrigated fields. Actually, no. I need to increase my economy a little bit. I'm not sure. I need to figure out how to do that. Can I build more mines in Dawnstar? No. Start some cleared fields there because it's not as expensive as the ones in Solitude. Winterhold still doing their thing. They're still doing theirs. We are, however, gonna. I want to get a little bit of fleet over here. we're just gonna do some dragon boats to start, and then we're gonna do a merchant, and we don't really need a diplomat. I'm gonna recruit another two-handed swords. Actually, I'll just do that next turn. Down in Riften, we got our merchant, we got our diplomat. Send the merchant over there. We can recruit another merchant, yeah, we'll recruit another merchant, because I don't think they have any upkeep costs. No, I don't. Just useful to have and things like that. Then we're going to start diplomat over towards Fort Dawnguard to see if we can, yep, it's right there. So that's where we're going to head. That's going to be our main objective. So we're going to get two-handed in here because as the game states, the two-handed is useful. We're also going to do a brothel to get a spy. And I think that's going to be good for our turn. Recruiting merchant up here, right? Yeah. And yeah, I think that's where we're going to be good for the turn. I could get some two-handed swords here. I could get another merchant over here. I'm going to get another merchant over there. And we're going to call that good for a turn. So again, like I said, a lot of this first video is going to probably just be a lot of setup mainly, just because there's a little bit of setup to do, because to go attack at Fort Dawnguard or things like that, it's going to take a little bit, and I need to kind of build some stuff up, because if I do attack Fort Dawnguard and it does trigger a war with House Redoran, that's not going to be good, because they are Dark Elves. They are at least they're a smaller faction, but they're still pretty strong. And it's just a general, not a good idea, at least to really try and push on a war. It's not something we want early. Especially because I don't know what these scripted events do. So I think Fort Dawnguard at least just allows you to train Dawnguard units, which again are going to be another special unit like the Companions. I don't know. Again, I don't know what all it does, so don't really want to risk early war if that's what happens to come of it. And we have send an emissary, so we're gonna start that. Isle of Solstheim. Yep, another scripted event. I believe the place for the scripted events up here. I believe it's a town called Skull. Ooh, this looks like a good end turn report. So militarily, we're 4th, 19th financially, but there's a lot of factions in here, and the Undead happen to lead. We're 3rd on production. The Aldmeri Dominion leads that. We're 3rd on population, and the Empire leads that. 4th overall. Again, the Empire leads that. The Empire's pretty strong to start with, and we got some more faction announcements. He's got a Thane, which is +1 authority, +1 command, +2 training, and +1 troop morale. Quartermaster, +15% to movement points, gives armies the ability to force march. 5% bonus to cash gain from looting. That's pretty good. And Master Archer, +1 command. More construction reports, a lot of cleared fields, mines, and Winterhold. We're going to go for the next tier of mines just because that's going to be good. Windhelm. I'm wondering what I want to build here. We're going to build a market in Windhelm. We're going to call that for building because we've only got 926 left. Okay, so we just got to distribute our merchants, and then we got troops to move around. And weddings. Okay, you're going to move here because that's 100 for that. We're going to move you into Windhelm. We got another merchant down here at Whiterun, which we're gonna gets 14. That gets 8. 103. So we're gonna move them up there. Yeah, it's better than the Iron Mine over there. Companions, along with Town Guard and 2 archers, because Whiterun's pretty central, so I don't want to worry too much about oh no, it's gonna get attacked, because it is pretty central. We're gonna move the Town Guard into Whiterun just to keep that public order up. Not much to do down here. as far as moving troops. Could get a merchant Markarth. But can't get a merchant Markarth. No. Let me figure out what building. Let's give us merchant here. There's also quite a few unique buildings here, like the Fires Guild quarters and the Mages Guild Hall, and the Reachman Settlement's a specific one from Markarth. Basically, there's a lot to this mod that I still have yet to learn about and discover, and there's a lot right now, so I'm probably not going to be talking as much because I'm kind of learning a lot of this and processing a lot of it. So if my commentary is not the best to start with, I'm sorry, but just going to be how it's going to be for a little bit. I guess another thing I should cover is this first video is going to be 30 minutes long. Just I might push it to 40, we'll see. But it's going to be longer just to try and I guess what am I trying to say? Just to try and make it so that it's gonna keep it's gonna be good, you know, to start with, and then from here on out I'm probably gonna bump it down to only doing like 20 minutes or so. I might on the occasion do a longer longer video just to try just to try and make it so it's easier to upload, I guess, and things like that. I do understand that it is Total War, so doing shorter videos does impact it, especially if we're doing like a battle or things like that. If we have longer battles, I might make the video a little longer. Just it's easier for me to upload 20-minute videos than it is 30. I know it's like a 10-minute difference, but it still makes it easier for me to upload. So that's probably what I'm going to shoot for, but I'm not going to like guarantee that this is how it's going to be all the time. Okay, we got another person. He's got 2 chivalry, 4 loyalty, and 3 piety. He's got no command. We'll recruit him. Fort Dawnguard, there's a script event there, and House Redoran's already at Fort Dawnguard, so we may have to fight Redoran for this one. Looks like our financials down at 18. Was it 19? But I don't know. The undead still somehow lead financially, but okay. Faction announcements. Prince Torolf got 2 things. You got a quartermaster, you got a House Carl, and then hiking Theon, I think. He got a quartermaster too. And construction complete, cleared fields, and Dawnstar. So I think we're going to leave that alone for now, because I did see something over here. We've got a rebel army of 3 units. So I guess we are going to have a battle. We're just going to use the entire force and we're just going to go kill the rebels. I don't know why they're there, but they're there. Yeah, it doesn't do anything to balance power. I'm going to fight this because it's the first episode and it's a nice small little battle. I mean, I could very easily just auto-resolve it, but let's get a battle in. Also, I kind of want to look at some of the units that I have for Skyrim. So, because I don't know really what a lot of these units... I think they're going to look a lot like the guards and stuff from Skyrim, from just what their unit like pictures look like, but I'm not sure. I also don't know how the general units are going to look. I want to look at that. But I'm really excited for when we get some Nord plate, because those guys are going to look really good. The Nord plate in the Skyrim, I really love the look of it. It's not the best armor in the game, but I still really like the look of it. And they're the best units at Skyrim Fields. I don't know how that compares to other factions, especially the Aldmeri Dominion, because if you guys know a lot of lore about Elder Scrolls and stuff, the Aldmeri Dominion are... So they're all elves, specifically mainly high elves, and they're all extremely racist, to be fair. Start deployment here. They're all really, really kind of racist. Okay, so we're going to have front line here. We're going to have our archers, and then our 2 general units. who I think are just footmen. Oh, they're housecarls is what it says. Ooh, they look pretty cool. Yeah, these guys are Nordplate. I think this is our king. So what's the other general? Yep, they're all in Nordplate. Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna move back a little bit because this weird way that this is set up bothers me. So we're gonna move it back. No, that. There you go. Just get in a line. I'm so used to other like games and how they work, like the unit controls to other Total War games. I swear I can English some days. Some days, no. So we're gonna put our archers out in front to start with. Probably just pepper a few of them, and then as you can see, a lot of these icons have changed. Don't want that activated. We're going to, or no, we want the fire at will. Where's the skirmish? We're gonna take out the skirmish because I want to manually move the archers. Are they gonna come to us? Yes, they are. Sweet, because I didn't realize that hill there, and that could have been. I mean, they don't have archers, but still would have just been interesting because we'd have to move up the entire force and kind of wait for them to come. In fact, what are they doing? Are they gonna move alongside this hill? They look like they want to move along the hills, so we're gonna move to kind of counter that. And we're gonna run them just to get them into position, because yeah, they look like they actually do want to favor this hill. Which, I mean, we're gonna have trees, but if we can move up to kind of counter it instead of being on the flat land, we can still just try and shoot at them, pepper them with our archers. Come on, guys. I mean, just look at the units. Got our Nordplate mix there, but yeah, it looks like a lot of them look pretty similar to what the town guard look like, or like the, yeah, I guess town guard. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. I mean, they're of course different color. In Skyrim, each of the holds has their own like color to their guards. Okay, they're moving, so we're gonna actually. I'd actually do something a little interesting here. We're gonna move around. I'm gonna move our archers just in the back now. Yeah, they're all still fresh. Because I don't know what these guys are actually attempting to do. I'm really kind of confused by it, but I kind of want to just sit and pepper them with archers for a while because I don't want to worry about getting into a fight or like basically having troops lost, because if I just sit and pepper them with archers and they don't attack me, then there's no chance of like losing troops or anything like that. So I don't know what they're trying to do. I mean, they're kind of cornering themselves here, so yeah, I could just move up on them and take them. In fact, I'm gonna just do that. Or what are they doing? I mean, they've just got light infantry, and most all of my guys, I think, I don't know, I guess they start as light infantry. I figured my guys would be heavy infantry, but I guess they start as light infantry. Let's see if I can just... Yeah, I'm just going to set the archers to attack. I'm just going to move these guys up here. In fact, I'm going to do this. just do this in case they do decide they're going to actually move in to attack me, because it looks like they're just holding back here. So if I can move my guys into position there and then just start shooting them with archers, then we should do pretty well. Nice little bit of rain. These guys, they're just rebels. I mean, they look like they're just working with spiked maces pretty much and leather armor. So they shouldn't be too hard to fight. Why take losses when you don't need to? So I'll just try to move my archers up to sit there and just start shooting at them. If they come and attack, then we're just going to throw our two general units in there and should be able just to cause a pretty decent amount of damage. I mean, I imagine our two-handed guys are going to do a pretty good amount of damage anyways, but just throw the general units in there, just get them a little experience and stuff like that. So we can only see one of their units now, but I know the rest of them are in here anyways. Here. Yeah, the rest of them are going to be probably like around here. Here, we're just going to run our troops into position. Oh, yep, there they are. If they don't start charging me, then we should be able to get a few volleys off at least. I don't know what they're going to do. Looks like they're just pulling back more. Here, can our archers shoot? Yeah, we're just going to let our archers try to get some volleys off, because, I mean, they're almost where I wanted them to be, and I want to try and shoot a few of these guys before they move too much. Oop, yep, it's a pretty good amount of archer fire, and looks like they're going to start charging here. So, yeah, we're basically just going to countercharge pretty much. And then we're going to swoop our general units in from behind. These guys, they're now pulling back. At least that unit is. I'm going to start moving our general units up this way. Our archers are just firing on their unit back here. Looks like these guys, oh, they're broken already. So we're gonna leave our general unit to chase them down. We're gonna move the rest of these guys back. I'm gonna start hitting these guys. Need these guys to chase them. And we're gonna stop you firing to escape friendly fire. I don't know if they're gonna catch up, so we're gonna start shooting them with our archers. Get our new general in there to get some fighting in. Yeah, it looks like we're basically just gonna rout most of these guys. Leave these units to go back and attack, and leave the archers just to do some damage. Move this unit around back and see if we can just trap them in. I mean, they're wavering, but just attack them from behind and flank them, and they should be done for. We might just end the battle. Yep, we're just gonna end it. We lost 26 guys, they lost 334. Wow, looks like, yeah, we had a little bit of friendly fire there. Oops. And there was our first battle. And I'm basically probably gonna wrap it up here. Just kind of wait for this to run through. So yeah, we're probably gonna might end turn first. No, we need to do some stuff, so yeah, we're going to start the next episode probably right at the start of this. We're going to try and get that diplomat over to House Redoran. We're going to start mustering our troops towards, or marching, start moving our troops towards Riften to then move on Fort Dawnguard. Hopefully Redoran doesn't take Fort Dawnguard, because then we have to fight Redoran for it. Granted, it's currently being held by a ton of undead, I believe. But either way, we're going to end up having to either fight Redoran for it or fight the undead for it, but I still feel like the undead would be easier than Redoran. But who knows, we might be wrong on that. And if Redoran fights and loses a decent amount of troops, then hey, there's one in our favor. So yeah. Just gotta wait for this loading screen. Like I said, these loading screens take a little bit, and I mean, it is what it is. So we're gonna move the king back into solitude. Come on. There we go. And trait increase, loyalty. Nice for the king. That's not hugely needed, but okay. I mean, he's max on command, max on chivalry, max on authority, max on piety. Like, I think a lot of that comes from, decent amount of that comes from being High King. We can retrain some troops. So we're just gonna retrain these guys, and then that's where we're gonna end it for today. So I will see you all later. Zeus Gaming out.